Hello everyone, let me introduce myself. My name is Chriska Sinaga. Now I'll present the result of our theme study which have done at the beginning of this year with the title The Correlation Between Knowledge and Application of Nurses Therapeutic Communication in One General Hospital. In this presentation, I will explain introduction, a brief explanation of the problem that underlies the study, the aim of the study, methodology in detail, then a brief explanation of result and discussion of the study, and conclusion as a closing. First of all, therapeutic communication is the key in various nursing care actions and to have that impact to the patient satisfaction if it is not carried out as it should be. This can happen because of nurses' knowledge about therapeutic communication, which has three phases that are orientation phase, working phase, and termination phase, that must be considered to all nurses so they can apply good therapeutic communication to the patients. The objective of the study is to identify the correlation of nurses' knowledge with the application of nurses' therapeutic communication at one general hospitals in Western Indonesia. The study obtained the ethical clearance from the Faculty of Nursing Committee Ethics, Universitas Pelita Harapan. The study guarantee respondents' confidentiality using informed consent form, which are available online, where all respondents agree to take part in the study. The study was quantitative, non-experimental, and descriptive design. The study was conducted in one of general hospitals in Western Indonesia, and the data collection period was between February and April 2022. The population of the study consists of 68 nurses who work in inpatient rooms in one of general hospitals in Western Indonesia. To obtain the sample size, total sampling was used in the study. The questionnaire that we used in the study, our Savitri's questionnaire was to measure the nurse knowledge, and Sofian's questionnaire to measure the application of nurses' therapeutic communications. The study questionnaire were inserted in online platform, which built for this purpose by the researchers. In descriptive statistics, frequencies and percentages were calculated for both variables. In bivariate statistics, the correlation between the nurse knowledge and the application of nurses' therapeutic communications was assessed by percentage square statistical test by looking at the asymptotic significance on the likelihood ratio. Okay, now I will explain the characteristic of the respondents. It shows us that 79.4% are registered nurse and 64.7% already had therapeutic communicating training. A study said the higher the level of education, the greater the motivation to utilize their knowledge and skills. As you can see, this pie chart, it is quietly simply visible that both nurses' knowledge and the application had a huge presentations, with 83.8 of nurses had good therapeutic communicating application and 98.5 of nurses had good knowledge. A study said that when the nurse who have good knowledge, they will have the ability to think critically and can improve the ability to deal with problems, even though the application of nurses' therapeutic communication can be influenced by several factors, such as gender and the length of working. Whether any study said the longer the length of works, the more experienced nurses will have in conducting therapeutic communication, but the study show only 14.7% nurses have been working for 6 until 10 years, and the rest were younger nurses. Next, from this table, we can see it was not that most of nurses in inpatient rooms had knowledge with good application of therapeutic communications. And also that we have to highlight the nurse that with sufficient knowledge do a good application of therapeutic communication. And we found out there was no correlations here between the nurse knowledge and the application of therapeutic communications. The study result in line with two studies which have done in Dr. Suratno Gemolok Hospital by Yulianti and Purnamawati, and also Dr. Haji Bazar by Elviana. According to Elviana, nurses with sufficient knowledge have better application than nurses who have good knowledge. In conclusion, every nurse still must have good knowledge about therapeutic communication because knowledge is one of the factors that influence the nurses' therapeutic communications. Therapeutic communication knowledge can be used by nurses to make strategies in communicating because this is also related to intervention that will be carried by nurses to their patients. Suggestion for further research is to be able to develop this study using other methods such as qualitative methods by collecting data from direct interviews with respondents to examine the knowledge and application of nursing therapeutic communication in detail, and also to analyze other factors related to therapeutic communication in nursing. That's all from the presentation. Thank you for your attention, and please let me know if you have any questions.